Yeah, I'm inspired to have the lecture today because of this special chalk. Okay, last meeting, as tayo nag-end, we ended with the definition of the Borel sigma algebra. Okay, just a recap. We defined the sigma algebra. Ninduta, oy. Grabe ko magsulat. Okay, my writing should improve with this chalk. Okay, the sigma algebra, and let's say call it F. So we have a measure, and we also defined from the sigma algebra a pair X together with the sigma algebra F. This is called a measurable space, meaning that this is a set X now. It's called a measurable space because we can now make sense of putting measures on a measure, what we call a measure on space, that is consistent with the kumbaga pa, the relative size of that set. Okay? And as you can see, by illustration, a sigma algebra, just a recap, para maano ninyo, no? Ma-visualize ninyo. If this is our set X, okay, from now on, let's just use omega. Okay, nindot ka siya erase by. Okay? So, given that this is our omega, suppose that this is our set A, and this is our set B, and this is A and B, and of course, we have the intersection of A and B here. A sigma algebra is a set of all subsets of omega. Okay? So, meaning, the sigma algebra F contains what? Well, it contains the null set and contains the whole set. And I just like to repeat this illustration because this is very important. This is A. And of course, the A complement from the definition of the sigma algebra. So the complement of A. Of course, the union of these two is just this. So, and what else? The set B. And you have the set B complement, except this one. And take the union. We can unite this. What's the union of A and B? So that would be, it would look like this. Okay? And of course, the union, the complement of that, so meaning that you have this, the omega less that shape. And what else? The union again of this, for example, what's the union? The union of this and that. That would be, the union of this and that is just this, right? What else can we take the union? The union of this and this. What can you get? If you take the union of this and this, so you will get what? Well, you'll get the universal set gapon, right? This and this, take this and this. So, yeah, okay, mo maning isa. And how about what else? There's still a lot of, how about this and this? The union of this and this. So, what you will have now is, you have, this is B, right? So, less A, so you have this. I think that's it. The union of this and that. Okay? Tama? And how about the union of this and this? So, this is kani, tama? And of course, the complement of this. What's the complement of this? You get now that. Tama? The complement of that. This one. That it. And then kani, take the union of this and this. Be? So, wala ni siya. What we get is, unsaon ba ni? Natay ana diri, no? Okay, I think we will have this, this plus that, meaning you fit this one diri, Kasi may tabo. L, no? Ana. And wala ni siya. Sakto ba? Yeah, that one. Okay? And of course, take the union again and complementation. So, daghan, tama? Possible, but of the, some others would repeat. Okay? Just do the union and complementation. So, why can we measure, okay, why is this a measure space? Because of course, from this one, we can now compare because of the existence of the complementation. Importante na siya. What is the measure of this? Well, we can look at, to measure this, maybe we can look at this one relative to its complement, right? So, we have this partition, and these are partitions, reasonable partitions of omega. Okay, so sabtan niyo yung point of the sigma algebra. Okay, so this is what a sigma algebra generates. Okay, it's a measurable space because it's ready for measurement. If we give this a number 2, and of course, we can say that this is 0 and this is some, let's say, 10. And if we give it this 2, then maybe it's reasonable to give this 8. And that's actually part of the measure, the definition of the measure karon. Right? Because naaman siya. So we can look into these shapes right here and we can know how to measure things because we have its relative sizes. Okay? So I think it's clear to you why it's important. Okay? Now from this we define now last nato nga definition. Definition 5. So this is definition 6. Okay, given a measurable space, given measurable space omega, we'll use omega because we'll be using fx with another variable karon. Okay? So omega is the sample space and the sigma algebra F mu, the function mu, which takes from to the interval 0 to infinity, meaning that it could be infinite, okay, is called a measure if mu of this is equal to 0 and 2 is what we call the sigma additivity. The measure of the union of AI, I'll just given AI, for all AIs, an element of F, the measure of the union of all AI, infinite union of all AIs must be equal to the sum of its measure, I equals 1 to infinity, and provided AI intersection AJ equals empty for I not equal to J. Meaning that we require this set to be disjoint. Okay? So this is the definition of a measure. A measure is a way of giving a set, an element of the sigma algebra. Okay, remember ka itong mga shapes dire, no? The shapes, the individual shapes. These are now the, we're giving it a number. Okay? And one of the possible measure, example of a measure is, of course, cardinality is a measure. Okay, the cardinality of a set, we'll just n of any number. This is a measure, right? Because does this satisfy? What's the cardinality of the empty set? That's 0. So meaning that it's a measure. Well, it satisfies this. How about this one? Well, by the rules of cardinality, you can easily say that this is satisfied. Okay? So, meaning that we can just add the measure. From that, it will be consistent. Kung makita ninyo dito sa definition, sa sigma algebra, that when you add those shapes and the relative sizes of those shapes, you should see consistency. Okay? When you add this with this one, you should get this, right? That one. So this plus that should be equal to this. Provided these are disjoints. Okay? So these are two disjoint sets. Okay, that's what we call, this is actually the second rule, is called the sigma additivity. Sigma additivity. Okay? Another type of measure is the Dirac measure. The Dirac measure, XA, this is equal to either 0 or 1 whenever X is not an element of A, and 1 if X is an element of A. Okay? And that's a measure. And you can see that it follows prove. Okay. This is example 1. This is example 2. Okay. I leave this to you an exercise. Prove that this is a measure. It's easy to check that for this case, for the number 1, pero kaning dire, you have to make some argument. And of course, X would only belong, well, I'll just say it. If X belongs to A, for some specific K, for some value of K, then X will never belong to any other AIs, right? To check, to verify the second, because in order to prove that this is a measure, we must first show that it satisfies, ane. Okay? Of course, the first one is satisfied because X does not belong to the empty set. So it's okay. How about the second one? Now, we have infinite number of A. Okay, so we can just use this as a proof. Let's say X is an element of AK for some K, fixed K. Now, this implies that X is no longer an element of any AI for I not equal to that K. And when you take this will be satisfied, right? Of course, what's the measure? When you add, can you show that is sigma additivity? Yes, of course, because that is just the union of AI, okay, which is equal to mu of A1 plus mu of mu of A2. Okay, I'm just in love with this chalk. It feels so good to write. Okay, I love this chalk. Plus and so on, right? And then you will get into plus mu of AK. Plus mu of AK plus 1 plus and so on. Now, of course, does X belong here? We say that X belongs to AK. No. So this is 0 plus until you have this one. AK. This is 1, right? Plus, and this is 0. Okay? How about, certainly you can have now, what's the mu of, although wala siya nakabutang dire, but can we take of the mu of sigma? What's the mu of sigma here? What's the mu of sigma for the Dirac measure? Whatever is that. Well, mu of sigma is just 1, right? We are certain that X belongs to this one. Okay, so this is an example of that kind of measure. Another measure is, okay, what is not a measure? What is not a measure is, for example, the maximum height of this class is not a measure. Okay? It's not a measure. It's not sigma additive. Given another class, let's say the third year BS Physics. Wait. Because one of this is I'm going to subdivide. Wait. Is it a measure? Okay, tanong sa nato. The maximum height. Is the max? Ang question is the max argument. The max a measure. Let's say, yeah, the maximum height sa inyo ha. In centimeters. Let's say 175 centimeters. So that means that the measure mu of the BS Physics fourth year is 175. Okay? Tama? Because that's the maximum height. Now, the thing is that, is this a measure? Is this measure sigma additive? It's not sigma additive. Why? Because given another set, okay, max, this argument, when we combine the measure, what's sigma additivity? When we take the union, let's take the union of two classes, BS Physics A at third year and fourth year. Let's say the maximum height of third year is 170 centimeters. Yours is 170. So that's the measure. Mu of the BS Physics third year is 170. Okay? Yeah, 170. And when you take the union, mu of the union of third year and fourth year, according to this, it should be 170 plus 1, because that's mu of third year plus mu of fourth year, tama? Pero, the thing is, when we combine that one, what we are getting is the maximum of the new class. The combination of third year and fourth year, the maximum height is still 175. Tama? So, it's not a valid measure. Okay? So, that's not a measure. Nakuha? So, that's it. Now, I'll give this as a definition, an informal, the next definition, an informal definition, next na lang, ato na lang ikuan kay, well, we might, definition 7. This is an informal definition because there are many, kailangan pa in order to define this, kailangan mo storya out, we need to talk about outer measure, pre-algebra, and so on and so forth, no? In order to achieve this one. But I'll just give this as a definition because we will not go into the details of this. Because this class is statistical mechanics. This is not a class on integration or probability, heavy probability. Yeah, we're about probability, but we're not into the core of the theory of the probability. And even the quotient probability doesn't go into this much. Okay, unless you are going into integration theory. Okay? So, di ba, we talk about the sigma, the Borel sigma algebra. So, the Borel sigma algebra of R are the intervals, right? Any union of those intervals. And why is that? Because out of these intervals, the unions, the countable unions of this, infinite countable unions of these intervals, we can actually reach intervals like this. And we can also reach intervals like this and that half open, tama? Okay? And of course, singletons. This can all be achieved. And even combinations of this, okay, by just taking the unions and intersections of intervals like this. Now, I'd like you to find an example of this one. Justify that using just unions and intersections of intervals, open intervals, or open sets, we can achieve a closed set, half, and so on. Even a singleton, meaning a set which has a single element. Okay? This can all be achieved. So that's why we define this. And also, by taking the infinite union of this, infinite unions in infinite unions and infinite intersection, we can also avoid katong mga sets, just like sets which are non-measurable. That's what we are trying to avoid. So I will not go into that because so anyway, that's why we need the Borel algebra. So from here, given for the interval, the measure of an interval A, B, okay, this is a specific measure. And this is given by B minus A. This is called the Lebesgue measure. Lebesgue measure. Now, the Lebesgue, it looks so simple to define this, but it's not actually easy. This only works with continuous, in order to define this, we have to, daghan patag kailangan, no? Outer measure, pre-algebra, and so on and so forth, before we can establish this. But, as I've said, our focus is not on integration theory, and we will just trying to formalize probability here. So I'll just give you a notion of this. The Lebesgue measure is actually the generalization of the volume of an interval. Okay? So integration is done, the Lebesgue integration is done by taking the kumbaga pa, the difference. It's like if you have a function like this, from this one, Lebesgue measure is the integration on this, di ba? Kung saan man ang Riemann integral, it's actually pana, di ba? Lebesgue is something like this. Okay, pero kailangan ka mo define diri og and so on. Okay, but okay, I'll just give this because later when we define the density function, we need to say something about it being continuous with respect to a Lebesgue measure. Okay. Definition. Okay, I'll just erase this one. Okay, theorem. After the definition of katong measure, I should have given this. Theorem, whatever is this theorem. Prove this one. Mu of A union B. Okay. Given A and B, in which such that A intersection B is not empty. Okay? Then, okay, given na, of course, A and B must belong to a sigma algebra. Di na ako isulat dire. A and B must belong to a certain specific sigma algebra. Mu A union B is equal to mu of A plus mu of B minus mu of A intersection B. Okay? In fact, this one leads to what we call a sigma sub-additivity, which is actually a theorem that we can generate. From this one, we can say that the union of, the union of the mu of the union of AIs and intersecting AIs. Here, they are intersecting. They are not disjoints. Okay, AIs are not necessarily disjoints. I equals 1 to infinity is less than equal to the sum of mu AI. I equals 1 to infinity. Okay? So, this one, okay, we can actually prove this one. You can prove this one. Now, it's easy to prove this. Okay? I want you to look for the proof of this one. It's not that easy. What you will do is, ako na lang i-prove eh. Proof. Okay? Proof for this one. A union B, I'll take A union B as the union of two disjoint sets. This is, okay. This and this, take the union is this is A union B, right? I can take the union B as the union of this set right here, the union of that, plus the union of this set right here, right? What is this set? Nga paana? This set is just equal to A minus B, right? Okay? Union, what is this set right here? That is B minus A. Union, what is this set? A intersection B. Right? And of course, using sigma additivity, so mu of A union B now becomes, using that one, this is mu of A intersection B plus mu of, anyway, di na sa ano na sang ikuan. Okay. take the, asa na ito illustration? Dan, tag-uras ba eh? Sige na lang. Okay. Ato ang ikuan karon. Take now the, okay, A can be written as, what is A? A is A minus B union a disjoint. We were here. I'm expressing A as a set, as a union of two disjoint sets. Now this set and this set are disjoints, right? In fact, this one is this, and that one is this. So, and then we can write B as well as B minus A union A, B, right? Okay? Mga niyo? Okay. Now, when you do this, what happens when you take, what is mu of A? Mu of A now plus mu of B. So, mu of A, since this is disjoint, we can use the definition. These are disjoints, right? So, this is mu of A minus B plus mu of A intersection B. Plus, again, mu of B minus A plus mu of A intersection B. Okay? Now, I'd like to subtract this one dire. So, now, I would have now mu of A plus mu of B. Okay. Wait lang. Right? Tama, dire? Okay. Now, mu of A plus mu of B is exceeding a certain value kani, tama? So, if I'm going to subtract ni siya dito, okay? Here you have now mu of A plus mu of B minus kani mu of A intersection B equals this plus that. Tama? But what is this plus that? Isn't this A union B? Tanawa ha? When you take the union of this and that, that's just A union B, tama? So sa ato pa, this is now mu of A union B. Okay, so that completes the proof. Okay? Nakuha ninyo? Right? Usban ako Ngano to? I move this one here. So what is left on this side is this. But again, going back to the definition of sigma additivity, these are disjoint sets, tama? A minus B, B minus A, and A union B. A intersection B. Now, you take the union of this, what do you get? A union B, tama? Mo na siya, A, and that. Okay? Okay. So, now, I'll erase this kay para pwede rin ako and you can, this one leads to a much more sigma subadditivity. This is sigma subadditivity, the second one. So, definition 8. Definition 8. Definition 8. Here, we have two, we have given two measurable space. Given and phi, ano na lang, no? two measurable spaces, set omega and a sigma algebra F. By the way, I'd like to emphasize that the sigma algebra of a given omega is not unique. You can construct it depending on your whatever. It will be clear later when we talk about events. Okay? So we have this set, and we have another set with another sigma algebra dito. Okay? And let a function x from omega to wait lang. I think I should define this one first. If we now have a measure, then we call this sigma f and mu what we call this is a measure space. Because we already have a measure. Ganiha, pag ganila is we just call it measurable space. Now, this is now a measure space. Okay? Now, if definition 9, if P of sigma equals 1, if mu of sigma, omega equals 1, okay, then we define this as the probability measure. Our measure now is called a probability. This is a measure. So a probability is just a measure in which this is called now a probability. Probability. So meaning a probability is just a measure, which is an element of 0 to 1. A measure which has a value that lies between 0 to 1. That's just a probability. So a probability is basically a measure. Okay? It's a measure. Okay? So, okay. Now, let's define this. Definition 10. Given a measurable space, two measurable space, F, and another measurable space, kailangan kayo kumusulat ba eh? Phi, and what do you call this one? Okay pa man. Maadi ko ani mo. Pag-order o gabalik ani James, ako lay bayad. Di ba kay basin para at least natay kuan. Nay colored. Sige. Paano natin colored? Okay, given this two and we have a function x which maps from omega to phi. Okay? This is called the function x is called a measurable function. Measurable function. If it's called a measurable function if x let's use dire AI and dire the subsets are dire. The elements of these are A's and the elements of these are B's. Okay? Para the second one. Okay, so A's are the subsets of when we say A is subset of omega and B's are subset of phi. So it's called the measurable function if x inverse of B which is equal to x inverse of B, which is equal to omega, an element of omega. Okay? Such that x of omega is an element of B is an element of the sigma algebra F. I think this is now let's understand this. You have this two sets. And we have maybe this is the second one, no? This is omega and this is phi. And you have a function F. It maps the elements. What are the elements of phi? Omega is omega, small omega. Okay? That's the element of this omega. It maps a function omega to phi. It takes what? It takes values. It takes elements. Okay? So meaning the whatever say elements sa omega. This is the outcome. Remember that omega is the space of possible outcomes. For example, okay, I think I should have this example. Let's say tossing of a die twice. What is omega? Tossing of a die twice. You have tossing of coin twice. HH, HT, TH, TT. This is now the sample space, right? Okay? And a possible sigma algebra of this is just for example, we take A equals H, and B is equal to H, and HT. Now, we can have a sigma algebra generated by the combination of subsets AB, right? Generated by this combination of, this is a set, which is a set of sets, tama? AB. And that's a possible sigma algebra. And this sigma algebra will qualify, we can generate a measure on this. Maybe we can call this as those outcomes which starts with S. With H. As the first outcomes, that's the in which the first toss is head. Okay? So we can have a sigma algebra generated by these two sets, right? You have empty, you have, of course, omega, A, B, A complement, B complement, A union B, okay. Okay, A intersection B, and so on. Only this. This is an example of a sigma algebra. Now, what does this sigma algebra tells us? This is a sigma algebra in which I'm putting a measurable space on a certain interest that I'd like to know. Those outputs, I'm interested with outputs that starts with head. Right? So, muna siya. Of course, the power set is all of the possible elements, it is 2 to the 4. All subsets of this one. Okay, so this is now a sample kuan. Okay? Nakuha ninyo? Okay? So, sa ato pa, now here, omega is an example of HH. That means, here, we can have X as H. That's the input. Okay? And this outputs an element, something, this outputs what we call unsay gamay nga letter ani? Amo ning gamay no? Ana? Ana lang. Okay. This one, which is an element of We call this one. Phi now is an element of any set of that belongs to this one. It's an element of any B. And B is again an element of sigma algebra epsilon. Okay? Okay? It's called the measurable function if X inverse, meaning this is what we call, this one is a test. The sigma algebra, also is epsilon. Let's just call this epsilon. The sigma algebra epsilon will provide us the test sets. It will test us that such that when we take the inverse of this one right here, and through X, take the inverse of that. This is X padulong dito, and this is, here is X inverse, right? And then this should belong to at least all of these elements of this one must belong to a set in a set, which is an element of the sigma algebra in this set right here. Okay? Meaning that, nakuha? So here we call X as measurable in both A and B. I mean, in both sigma, omega and phi. Okay? So nakuha ninyo? Abstract pa kayo, no? But still, ano naman siya? Danda naman siguro concretize sa inyo, ha? Okay? At least karon ma-picture out ninyo sa you can now justify in your mind why we need sigma algebra, right? Because that's important. Okay, so we have now a measurable function. Okay? Now, let's have another definition. We have now the notion of measurable function. Okay, definition, pila na siya? Definition 11, no? Tama? Definition 11. Definition 11. Okay. You have given, okay, diba, X goes from, given, two measurable spaces, phi and X is from this one to that one. If R and okay, here's now the definition of random variable. By the way, we are also talking here about a probability space. So, ano na lang. Here we have a P, a measure, a P, and of course, okay, you have a meaning here, a random variable is just a measurable function. But, a measurable function for specific na ano. This one, the measure space in the first set, the domain, should be, the measure should be a probability. Okay? Meaning it runs from 0 to 1. Okay? And then, the target set, okay? The codomain set would be the set of real numbers, and this, the sigma algebra, is the Borel. Let's use this sign for the Borel. No? B of some that is the Borel sigma algebra. Okay? So, if this is the target space, the target measurable space is this, such that this sigma algebra is the Borel sigma algebra, meaning the set. Okay? Meaning that it's the set, all of these are measurable. Okay? Then, X is called a random variable. Okay, so random variable basically is just a measurable function. What does it? Okay? So, it takes an element of what? What's the element? the input of X is omega, right? An element of capital omega. And outputs an element of psi, which is an element of what? An element of R. Yeah, kana siya. Okay? This would be an element of the target space. R. Okay? So, we are now expressing a random variable. We can now, in this way, tanawa, di ba? Balik na dito sa omega, ganiha nga, H, T, T. Okay? Now, we can have an X of HH, X of an element, HH. Okay? And this output, since we have X is now a random variable, this will output what? This will output a number, right? Okay? So, here, we can now give numbers to this one. Okay? We now have a way of putting numbers because we require our target space to be the R, to be R. Okay? And the sigma algebra there is the Borel sigma algebra, whose all the intervals there are called the Borel sets of R. Okay? So this is now a number. Nakuha ninyo? This is a number that we can put. And how do we put that number? Okay? What's the difference between this and, for example, mu or p? P is a measure. This is a function. A function takes an element of the set. A measure takes what? Takes a set. So, for example, let's define the sigma algebra generated by the set HH and the HH and the set HH HT. What is this can generate a sigma algebra, right? Di na ako isulat ha. Okay? The sigma algebra generated by you can write it all. You can write. Diba? Here, the input of P is a set. HH. Or it could be HHHT. That's the input, and it gives it a number. And that number is what we call the probability that this one will come out. Unsa ni siya nga event? This event is head in the first. This is the probability that, this is the event that the first is head. Okay? What is now the probability of that? I can assign that depending if I can list all of those katong kuan. Nakuha ninyo? Okay? So, kana siya. That's the argument. But this one will allow me to, if this is a random variable, then this is no longer not any just. It's already a number. Okay? Okay? Okay, to be clear, okay, let's define another, asa na to? Random variable, another definition. Definition 12. Okay. Definition 12 is, okay, given you have F, and of course, R, and the Borel sigma algebra on R. Okay? And the random variable X. And X from omega to R. Okay? Given this, we define this one, the distribution or law, or actually, or the law of X, okay, is, okay, is the measure this is already here. B, wait lang ha. Such that for all B, an element of the Borel set of R, the Borel sigma algebra of R, the measure such that for all B, okay, now, okay, before, here we have two sets, okay, kani. This is already a measure space with probability P. Now, we have an X, which is a random variable which takes elements of omega to R. Okay? The distribution or law of X is the measure such that, okay, what is this we're trying to define? We're trying to induce a measure on this one, pushing the measure P to this one right here. Here we already have a measure space. This one is still a measurable space. But whatever we can measure here, we want to push it into this space right here. Nakuha ninyo? That's why here P, that means now, as when we have pushed this one right here, we now have a measure space R, the Borel sigma algebra of R and Px. We are pushing it right here. So what does Px takes? These are what? These are sets in the Borel sets, right? Okay, this is P of B is equal to P of X inverse of B. Defined as this. This is notice that XB is an element of this space, right? Tama? Tama? Sige na lang mo ba? Okay? Kani? Now, we are pushing the measure that we have there onto this measurable space. Because we can actually partition this in whatever way, tama? But we want this, whatever that the way we partition it, we want to push it there. So now, P in this one is being pushed padulong dire. Now, once we have pushed that, we now have a measure space. This measurable space becomes now a measure space. Kani? And the distribution of that X is this, defined as P of X, which takes a set B, an element of the Borel sigma algebra of R. So it's an interval. B takes an interval or a union of intervals. Okay? Union of intervals. And that is defined as, because this is what was already defined. Naatay ani, diba? This is a measure in this space. What does it take? Sets in this. But this one will form sets in, this is a subset. Diba? X inverse B is an element of the sigma algebra F, right? Tama? Okay. That's it. To be, para maano siguro, much more concrete, we define the probability mass function. Before I'll give some example. Definition 13. The probability mass function given px, okay, the probability given this, okay, the probability mass function okay, set measure theoretic. The probability mass function denoted by px is defined as px of, okay, px of xi, x sub I equals, is defined as px of the set xi. Okay? Such that px of the set B, again, we are still referring to this one, is equal to the sum of px of x. Now, denote here that this is a small x, no? xi, xi, an element of B. This is the sum for all B. Okay, what is this? We are summing up, this is the probability mass function. We are the sum of this small pxi is actually equal to the probability of whole set, the measure of that whole set. Okay, so the probability mass function applies to a specific element. Okay, it's a probability mass function. This is a function, px, okay, this is the function from R to 0, 1. So meaning, ani, is that we have this p of x, px, the probability mass function of xi, specific xi, is equal to, okay, ani na lang, ano na lang sa aron, since we are almost, our time is almost up, I'll just do all the abstraction, and in the next meeting, we will concretize everything on this one. Concrete naman ta, human naman ta sa tanang abstraction. Okay? Dili pa actually human, pero in the next meeting, I'm going to concretize all of these discussions. Okay? Yan lang, sunod pa na. Okay. Definition 14. Okay, still, here we assume that x, we assume the same thing. I will no longer write it. And then given p of x, mora gihapon. But here we denote that x is a continuous random variable. Continuous random variable, RV. Okay? This one is actually discrete. We're talking about discrete, While this one is continuous, here we will be needing the Lebesgue measure dito, but not really that, not to the point that we need to understand the Lebesgue measure. I'll just that x is continuous with respect to a Lebesgue measure, meaning that in that interval, there's a measure on that interval, which is the length of that interval. Nakuha? So, x is continuous. Okay? A random variable. Okay? Same nang yapon dire. Same right here, the existence of px. I will no longer write it. Okay? And yeah, same the px and p, given the katong distribution, the probability density function. Okay, you have here the probability density function fx, which takes from R to infinity. Less than infinity. Well, it could be, no, less than infinity. Okay? Such that, number one, what's the quantity? Probability density fx of x, okay? This is small x, no? This is capital X. Okay, this is small f. Fx of x. Now, x is an element of what? Where is x? X is taking sa asang space? Sa R. Okay? Ff of x is greater than equal to 0. Number 2 is that it's normalized. The integral of all space, covering all space. In that case, we are in R of fx x dx equals 1. This is normalized. This is the second. And the third one is px of b is the integral in b, in the domain of b, of x f, capital X na siya. This is the random variable, di ba? Dx. Okay. This is the, for continuous. Now, next meeting, ato ni siyang klaruhon, no? I will clear everything because we are losing, yeah, it's almost time. Okay? Kaning, what's the difference between probability mass function and density function? Okay? So, P of xb, you have now here, you have the set B, right? The probability of this is the integral of all f, meaning it's just the same as this one. You have B, and then you have each element of that. The sum of the probability, P of x of this set right here, B, okay, is just the sum of all P of x, xi. So, this is a specific, the probability mass function. Na ano ninyo ang flow? From measure, can you see the flow from measure to measurable function? Okay, actually from X, from the set omega to the sigma algebra to the pair omega, and then to and actually ato nilang ibutang P, right? And then, of course, we are applying the Borel to measurable functions to functions in two measurable spaces. Ha? Ang? Asang? Asa, tong x? That's a measurable function. Measurable function. Katong sige, sample. Katong ganiha, x of h, what does it take? Okay? X of h, depende man gud asa natin siya i-map nga measurable space pod. But in terms of R, we are giving this a number. Yes. Ang necessarily kay naay uban nga it's inherent sa problem kung unsa siya. Depende kung asa nimo siya i-map. Okay? Now, unsay meaning the probability measure is it gives us it takes a set, right? This one takes an element. This one takes a set. What is a set? A set is this is an outcome. This one takes an event. Tama? Yeah. What is the sigma algebra? The event space. What we call the event space. This is the event space. This is the sample space. Outcome spaces. Whatever possible outcome. So, sa katong ganiha, for tossing a coin, twice, you have HH, HT, TH, and TT as the 4 element. You have a set with 4 elements. Sama? Okay? We have a set with 4 elements. And then the sigma algebra of that is katong ganiha nga giano nako dito. Sige lang, next meeting ato ni siyang mag-focus naman ta dira god. And now, from this all possible events, we are actually assigning a number into it. For example, the sigma algebra is katuganihang measurables, katuganing HHHT. You can measure that set right there in terms of the asa siya na unsay gi-occupy niya nga probability. That is not a probability if we are assigning next meeting na lang atong ikuan. And let's meet tomorrow. Wala ta nag-meet Tuesday. Unsay bakante ninyo ugma? Wala. Oh, daghan mo bakante ugma. In short, daghan. Unsa may bakante ninyo ugma? Hapon. Ang